Attention duelists, before we start. For the VIP package players, after you finish your match, you can get a VIP package from the scorekeeper and tournament organizer Ali. If you finish your match, get a VIP package at the scorekeeper. And without further ado, round 3 starts now.
So we're back and staring down at a field of 5 face downs, Heart of Desires, and Sam is mirroring Ben's play for a Pot of Desires. And we can actually see that Sam is playing ABC. Because I think I managed to sneak peek at some gadgets that were banished by the pot. Oh, I mean, it's enough. Oh no! So. We're seeing the Omega Trap now returning the banished cards from pot to the graveyard, while Sam is actually playing Metalfoes. Don't know why my brain thought it would be a banished gold gadget. Yeah, the Zing Metalfoes deck is actually pretty strong when going first, which wasn't the case here, obviously. So let's see if it has some flexibility going second as well. So somehow it hasn't, because it was a pretty slow turn for Sam. And now one of his cards getting destroyed. Yeah, this should be already over. Swap Rock coming down, coming again. I mean, we have the option to allow people to enter the tournament or not. So maybe in the future we should check if they are playing Ultimate or Common Swap Rocks. and check if make it a rule to play ultimate swap rocks. So the combo now starts rolling. Depending on which trap Ben is going to grab now, we will see either a potentially double toad play or another Paleo XYZ to get rid of Sam's face down card and making sure that he cannot build scales next turn. So let's see for what Ben decides. Okay. Actually, like, now going for damage. Feeling the game is not going good for Sam here, obviously, but I'm pretty sure that the searched trap MST wasn't the right play here, because usually if you know that you're playing against Metalfoes Yang Zing, the face down traps shouldn't scare you, especially if your traps are better. So he could have gone for more plays here, potentially a foolish, but let's see. Maybe he was just scared of a strike. And Metalfoes Yang Zing have a hard time to fit in strikes as well, so yeah, because like the deck space is actually kind of limited. But yeah. I mean, like, Ben's surname is actually, like, it looks like a Yang Zing name, you know? Yang Zing Arugulon. What? Arulogun. And both of them actually right now XO, so there's still a decent chance for them to reach the top cut even if they lose this match. And actually, because we're some generous folks, there's like prizes for top 64 as well, so there's no need to cry or drop earlier if you know that you won't reach the final top cut. Can still grab some prizes. Toad grabbed an eccentric arc fiend here from Sam. Now he makes the same face as I would do. Yeah. Damn, that's a lot of text. Just strike it. Let's see, that should be actually over. Okay, so Ben just revealed his face down being another strike. I mean, like, my eyes trapped me today already, but I'm pretty sure that it was a strike. Closely at how the card is laying on the mat. You see this. Yeah, it might be a secret rare. Yeah. Alright. So somehow Ben decided to not deal damage. Oh, okay. That's it. Also not going for summoning another frog from his deck, which Sam scoops up anyway. Ah yeah, oh no, he attacked, okay. So, Ben takes the first game. And even though, like, I started mentioning this earlier, like, Metalfoes Duel, before the last booster set was released, they were doing tons of stuff for basically leaving your fusion with somehow bad effect. Now they do some stuff and it's more decent, and but the overall power level of the decks isn't that high, which is why games tend to be longer, and it's actually more skillful and there are more card interaction happening than, for example, if you would just take an ABC mirror match, which I like. So if I would still be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I would like to play in this format, but I'm now a Pokemon player. So in between in the psych, they are siding right now. I would just go. That's actually me. And yeah, so yeah, I will be playing Pokemon next year because we started a Pokemon team for CCG as well, and I would like to know the guys and how the market works. So I just got like a bunch of Pokemon cards for €8 and some staples. Like this card simply adds you 3 cards from your deck. Like pretty broken in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh standards, but that's nothing for you for Pokemon, where the cards in there lets you draw 7 cards and things. I mean, like, I'm preparing for some crazy shit to happen when I play my first regionals. Like, regionals are basically like the same level of YCS right now and they have better prices, so I'm kind of excited. But let's see game 2 here. So I'm assuming that Sam is playing Zing Metalfoes. He will go first. There's no legit reason for having your opponent go second anyway. There was a question, same sleeves, did they give out these sleeves as part of the event? Yep. We actually have like a tokens price fall system, so you get like 6 tokens, and from these tokens you can get different stuff from the shop, like sleeves, food, drinks, also booster packs, basically, and deck boxes, anything your heart deserves. I think if your question was what deck you're playing in Pokemon, I honestly don't know. I haven't read the cards yet. Just the broken ones. Okay, here we're going to see some new stuff. Cards special summoning each other, and probably ending with an unbreakable board. It is usually what Zing does if it doesn't break. And thank you also Schnitzemaker 007 for some high quality content and comments. This is what Twitch is all about. Yeah, so as I mentioned, I was hoping for an unbreakable board. I think this board is still breakable. I mean, like, Paleozoics are pretty good at breaking ABC's boards, so they shouldn't have a hard time dealing with that board in the course of this duel. So no Swap Frog, no Dupe Frog from Ben. Also no Ronin Totem. Maxi he would have probably dropped, so which leaves us wondering what cards he left in hand. Maybe some Paleo traps for Pikaya, the D-Draw, or the Karma card. Let's see. Could also be that he drew Maxi as a 6 card. Somehow you would have dropped that now, so let's see. Yep, discarding or detaching Swap Frog to make Ronin to life. He may have learned from his blind typhoons earlier and now searching for the Karma Cut. Let's see how this deck beats the field. I'm pretty sure he can't beat the field and win this turn. He's activating Dimensional Barrier. Only getting stopped. By the Satilla Nova Alpha trap of Zing, which shuffles back the card it negates, making sure it never... Okay, so Ben was actually so nice to show us his face down trap directly into the camera. There she goes. This was the Maxi I was initially suspecting to be in his hand. And there you go. Zing army. Using his trap to summon more Zing monsters from his deck, but also giving more cards to Ben. Especially when you are up against Paleo with Maxi that have a, I just call him Opa, on board. That might not be a wise strategy. Because basically every time you special summon, there's the risk that he draws a trap card that he can activate immediately. I don't know, it's like, but if Ben would have been reading the cards better, he could have probably intervened with some chains and stopped the Zing monsters from triggering their effects, as they are optional. I'm not sure, like, maybe the Twitch chat can answer this. I'm kind of afraid that this game will be over before one of the guys will be coming to the streaming area, finishing with their matches and helping me out with commentating the games. Yeah, also give us some feedback in the chat on whom you would like to be interviewed, whom you would like to have here as a guest discussing the matches, and also whom we should feature. And of course also some feedback to our streams, like I know we could have gotten some more highly skilled commentators, But Eugen as well as Joshua wanted to play today, so basically all of our team members wanted to play, so there weren't many options left other than doing the commentary myself. Whoa! Somehow starting to going wild outside. Now it's getting really interesting, because actually we're the venue. It's like a floating boat, because we're in Amsterdam, and the sea is getting a bit rough now. So the screen is swinging right now, and people are going crazy for that. Yeah, Judgment Dan. We would have liked to get him for the discussion, but he missed his flight yesterday, unfortunately, so he couldn't come. Yeah, everyone knows the song from Lonely Island. I'm on the boat, motherfucker. With my flippy floppies. Judgment Dan, the Irish judge that wanted to judge our event, he missed his flight. Yeah, it's like so many people missed their flights this year, like even myself. I never missed a flight in my whole life, and I missed like 2 this year. I missed like a flight while I was already on the airport. Like, that's an achievement, man. I mean, like, looking at the game and judging from what's going on, we can decently say, okay, Ben is going to win this. Also because Sam seems a bit nervous regarding playing here. But, let's see. He was like, hey, I will grab Ben for an interview afterwards. Yeah, Irish people are not nerdy, they're just crazy. There's a difference between being nerdy and crazy. It's like, there's one thing I can honestly say, that the types of women Themis is into and I am into cannot be any more different, so we're definitely not tag teaming for any kind of moths. Yeah, he's like, he looks like the the perfect guy to play with basketball. Have you seen the size of his hands, man? Yeah, if you missed Themis will be doing our YouTube channel starting off next year, so you can see that lovely, great guy doing some videos on Yu-Gi-Oh! Theory and summarizing our content. So basically, just watch YouTube if you want to see him again. I didn't say he's black, man. I said he has big hands, that's the difference. Actually, not as O, because there's still Toad floating around, but could have seen the game go crazy if it would have wiped the whole board. I mean, like, I'm not a confirmed racist, but Ben is a confirmed rapist, judging according how this game went. And it's over for the man with the big hands. So, 2-0. And, yeah. Let me just grab it, get him for an interview, ask him what he's doing in his life other than shuffling cards with that big hands. So, I'll be back. Here we are again with Ben. Ben just won his feature match and is the regional champion of UK and Ireland. You mainly played in Dublin, right? Yeah. And you won 2 challenge tours. Yeah. Across different formats, so congratulations to that one. And also congratulations on winning the feature match. Your opponent was seemingly not happy with the result of how the game went, but it seemed like you had better options than him. Yeah. So describe a little bit how the game went.
So game 1 was pretty easy. I set up Toad and he back game 2. I had the maxi. I felt I was going to play a turn more, but then I also had the Gekki in my hand, so I said, if I hold the maxi, I can Gekki his board. If he does search the path, which he ended up with the trap, which he ended up doing, I can get as much path as I can, which is all plus 10 from that.
Yeah, so it was pretty, like, he could have, like, if your opponent would have played smarter, you could have basically played more, but actually it was pretty clever, like, the maxi. So, describe us a bit, like, how was, like, the CCG transfers of being received in Dublin? Like, you guys host, like, 4 in a year, right?
4 in a year, no, yeah, they're really good. We usually get around 60, 70, which is pretty good for Dublin. We usually get a good turnout. It's always run really well, it's always fun. The guy that runs it is my good friend, he works in the shop.
Yeah, it's Bill, right? Yeah.
Like, shout out to Bill.
Yeah, shout out to Bill. Like, we went partying. Whenever you go to Dublin, you've got to make sure that you party with the Irish dudes, because they are actually kind of crazy. So, and like the chat was mentioning that you're playing basketball.
Yeah, so I play club basketball in college. I actually got to scholarship this year.
So therefore, it's like, I'm not into basketball. It's like, are you playing for a national team or for a league?
Well, we do have like the national league, the highest league, but I'm not playing this year because college is taking more time and work is taking more time.
And Yu-Gi-Oh is taking your time.
Actually, the funny thing for people watching, I picked up my deck and started wearing it this time. I'm not even messing. In the hotel, the guy that came with me, Abid, and we were testing for hours yesterday, and I remember that yesterday.
Okay, that's cool. So, like, if you said you're obviously like pretty successful in sports and also in Yu-Gi-Oh, so it's like, do you see any parallels between like card games and sports? Like,
with sports, Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess you have to stay somewhat fit, mental fitness, as well as physical fitness, because 8 rounds, it is tiring. You gotta drink water, stay hydrated. You can't come to the event with lack of sleep. So I guess fitness.
yeah.
As well, I do play chess, although it's not really related to Yu-Gi-Oh. Staying ahead of your opponent, like you do in basketball, the subs you bring in, subs you bring out, that kind of thing.
So both you doing sports and also playing Yu-Gi-Oh is like is helping.
Yeah, it's helping
you.
both. One helps the other.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, thank you.
Alright, no worries.
Good luck for the rest of
Thanks.
the tournament.
Thanks.